All right, today is October 13th, and my car came back from the blasters, and then I went to the welders, and now it's back here at the house. So I just got off to the tow truck, and they left, and taking a quick video real quick, showing you what's going on here. So just as a quick review, as a reminder, the work that they did. So on the front top holes that were found. There's one hole in the roof that was found right here. So they patched that up. Let's see that or not. Right where my finger is. And then it goes around the car. Nothing was done in the front, so all that was good. They checked that. And then for the underneath here, these bolts here, they could not get them out. They drilled them out. They tried to turn them. They welded a bolt to it. It wouldn't turn. Then they tried to drill it out, and the bit broke, and they could not get the bolt out. It was too seized up. So they had cut out this section, this panel, re-welded a new nut in there, and that's what they did there. So it's not that that was rusted. It was just they couldn't get that bolt out, and so they did that to both sides, and I'll show you that when I go around. And then as far as the flooring on the inside, so they fixed this for me. So this was cut here and here due to the shifter that was cut. So that looks nice and fixed. And then the front was fixed. And then what else on the inside? And then here's the rear passenger. So they got in here. Let's take a look at from underneath. So we probably could have done a little bit better grinding, but maybe I can get in here and clean it up a little bit better. They did, and so they cut here. So they didn't go to here, they didn't need to. This section here was really good, it was not rusted. So they just cut to here, on here, and then along here. And then here is the shifter. So this is new. I bought a new bracket support piece for that to make sure that my holes were lined up good. So they removed the old one, cut and replaced. So you can see here they did an okay job. I wish they'd done better. You can see the holes shining through. So I'll make sure I get that seam sealer and seal that up real good. And then underneath, under the driver's side, you can tell where they cut. And then I think that's it for under the car, under here that they did. And then, what else? Looks like they probably checked some spots. Oh no, they grind this down for welding for the grounds. What else was done? And the trunk, right in here, right there, was a hole, and so they welded a new panel on there, got that patched up, and was a hole here that they patched up. And I think that was it for the inside. And then for the window, they did the pinhole patches here. And here. And then here. Well, I can feel underneath. They put a piece in underneath. And then here, I guess when they blasted it, they made a hole bigger, and so this tab here is missing. So I got to drill and put another tab in there for the trim. And then they cut a hole open for my light, so that was kind of nice. And so we got a couple of holes here, so that'll get patched up. And then this whole fender here, they detached this whole fender and re-welded it to get a better line. And so when this panel was originally placed, 15, 16 years ago, a while back, I thought that they replaced it along the seam here, but they didn't. They had cut down this edge here, and so you can see all the weld marks along here. So that needs to be cleaned up, and along here needs to be cleaned up. So you can see that the body line is just not quite right. So that will hopefully get fixed up during the painting phase. And then on the inner fender, so there was a hole here that got patched up. And then the rest is good. Let's take a look at this again. So again, they say it looks like they had cut here, here, and along here and here. So they kept the original seam and cut just back of that seam from the looks of it. And looks like maybe had planned on cutting way back here, but I'm glad they didn't. They kept all that. And here's so this here, the patch, so it looks like they had gotten back inside here. See, you can see the bare metal here. That was done. I don't know if the other side looks like what it should look like. That's what it should look like. So, it did an okay job. I'm not really that happy with it. I don't know how it's supposed to turn out. So it's flat right there. So it's not like they just stuck a piece of metal and just welded it. So that should replace that corner. I just wish they had welded these joints a little bit better. And I get a cut here and a cut there. So I'll have to really get the area with some joint sealer. And and the package tray. That was one I was most happy with. So for this whole area was completely just damaged and cut out. So so you can tell that it's you can hardly tell where they cut. It's right here. I'll look underneath here, and then they replace that area there too. And then underneath, I never really looked underneath yet. And you can see, yeah, there we go. What they replaced. Same here. What else? Oh, I wanted to show the bolt down here. So they removed the face of this, cut it out, and then welded a new bolt on the inside. I think that's it. So the more I work on this, the more I'll point out more stuff that I have found as a result of the blasting. So it's more holes or other stuff. I don't know what's going on here. I wonder why they painted that. What are they doing? Why is that like that? Let's see that angle. These are the holes. So there was that trim that was right here. I asked them to weld over the holes in the trim. So that's why. So the other side, to match the other panel, because the other rear panel, see here, didn't have them here. So that's what those were. Oh, and the fender, I'm going to pause it real quick. All right, so for the lower fender extender, it had been damaged last time I was taking the car apart a number of years ago. And this section here was completely destroyed. So they had to weld on a new piece and then for a new hole. So you can see here what happened to it. It was a blowtorch to this. Originally, this bolt here was couldn't get off, and so we had to blowtorch it off, and the fender was damaged as a result. So, so not too bad, I guess. Get that cleaned up and painted. And then the front right fender. Remember what it looked like. It had all those holes along here that they tried to patch and clean. I had bought a new this piece here to cut off and re-weld, but we decided to keep it and try to fix this. So he did a decent job trying to rehammer this edge here to reshape this, and then weld it over the holes when it was hit. So I can feel the bumps in here. But that will have to get cleaned up later. So again, we decided against cutting this section off. And on the other side, you can see here were those holes were welded over all along here and here. And you get some spots here. These here are for the emblem. So I'm hoping that the painter can deal with this and do a decent job of cleaning it up, and then go from there. So I think that's it. So from here on out, I am going to do some more recording on new stuff I found, but that's a general idea of kind of what was done, what was discovered, and then we'll move on. Yeah, I think that's it. So again, a quick peek at the around the window, and I'll get some pictures. All right, that's it. right here, there was a gap between this panel here and this panel here, and the other side there was a clip that went over that gap, so you can kind of see it right there. And there was a metal clip about yay long, and you'll see in past photos and past videos, and it was a real thin clip, just went over it. I think it just covered that that gap. So I don't know if it was factory. So the guys removed that clip. I mean, literally, he just took his knife and it just popped right off. So they welded that gap together. And so that's welded together, and this other side's welded together. And that was other thing that I had to do. It's hard. I can't see what I'm doing because of the glare. Let's see. Any glare is getting too dark. That's not the best you're gonna get. Anyway, so that's it.